Just to be sure, there's a spoiler. Dexter Morgan takes a huge risk by avoiding his typical strategy of dealing with fellow killers in Dexter, Resurrection Episode 5, which mirrors a grave mistake he made back in the original show's finale. As Dexter finds himself going up against several serial killers in Dexter, Resurrection, he's had to implement different ways to take them out in order to avoid suspicion by Leon Prater. In Resurrection Episode 4, he kills Lowell the old-fashioned way, with Dexter even reinstituting his blood slide trophies before murdering him on his table. However, when Dexter realizes Mia isn't the code-bound killer he thought, he resorts to calling the police on her to stop Lady Vengeance from killing another innocent. While not killing Mia avoided repercussions from Prater, his choice may backfire, similar to back in Dexter's original series finale. Welcome to Movie Spy. Dexter handing Mia over to the police instead of killing her repeats his mistake with Oliver Saxon. Dexter not killing Saxon led to Deb's death. The last time Dexter let a serial killer be taken in by the police rather than killing them himself, it became one of the worst mistakes of his life. In Season 8's penultimate episode, Dexter Morgan agreed to let Deb and the Miami Metro Police Force take Oliver Saxon into custody rather than killing Dexter's brain surgeon villain himself. However, despite trying to do the right thing by not taking justice into his own hands, the plan completely backfired. When Deb arrived to arrest Oliver Saxon in an abandoned hospital, it turned out that he had been freed from the bonds Dexter had placed on him. Deb was suddenly shot by Saxon, who then escaped before subsequently being arrested by Batstia. In Dexter's Season 8 finale, Deb ended up dying after complications from gunshot wound surgery left her brain dead, with Dexter then killing Oliver Saxon in holding at Miami Metro anyway. Dexter ultimately blamed himself for Deb's death, simultaneously because he didn't kill Oliver the first time around and because Saxon always had a personal vendetta against him. With Dexter similarly opting to let the police handle doling out justice against Lady Vengeance in Dexter Resurrection, it's looking likely that her arrest will have dire consequences. In Episode 5's ending, Mia is visited by Uma Thurman's new Dexter Resurrection character Charlie, who informs her that she and Leon will ensure her time in jail is as short as possible. It seems Lady Vengeance will be out of jail much sooner than Dexter expected, with her freedom being extremely dangerous for both Dexter and Harrison. Since Dexter planted Ryan's watch among Mia's trophies, it seems like only a matter of time before Resurrection's Detective Wallace realizes the truth about how it ended up there and connects it back to Harrison and Dexter. Leon and Charlie are bound to discover Dexter was the one who informed on Mia. Dexter's actions still rouse suspicion. Dexter Resurrection episode for reiterated time, and again that Leon and Charlie make sure to do their homework when approaching any troubles that may arise. With Lowell now dead, or at least missing as far as they know, and Mia in jail, the first person they would look to in connection with these developments would be the new guy. However, they still only know Dexter as Red. Regardless, Charlie and Leon will likely seek a meeting with Red / the Dark Passenger to discuss Mia and Lowell's fates and interrogate him to see whether he's involved. Dexter is savvy enough to be able to dodge their questions and accusations while maintaining his disguise. But Leon and Charlie having any doubts about him is still incredibly dangerous. Not to mention, it already seems outrageous that Leon wouldn't have already surmised Dexter's true identity. Leon proclaims himself an expert on serial killers and even has a shrine dedicated to the Trinity Killer. If he truly knows every detail about Trinity's case, then Leon would have seen newspaper articles featuring Dexter Morgan as the husband of Trinity's final victim, Rita Morgan. With Mia also now knowing that Red grew up in Miami, she'll likely share that information with Charlie and Leon, putting another hole in Dexter's story. If New Blood's Angela Bishop was able to put the pieces together that Dexter is the Bay Harbor butcher, Leon and Charlie may not be too far behind as the clues start piling up. Dexter still has at least 3 serial killers to take out this season, and only 5 episodes left. By the end of Dexter Resurrection Season 1, it's almost guaranteed that Dexter will deem it necessary to kill Mia. However, there are 2 other serial killers he still has to take out and another that's been hinted at. Outside of Mia / Lady Vengeance, Dexter still needs to kill the Gemini Killer and Rapunzel, the 2 other murderers at Leon Prater's dinner party. Additionally, Episode 4 laid the groundwork for Dexter to potentially go up against Resurrection's uncaught New York Ripper, who some fans have theorized is actually Leon Prater himself. With only 5 episodes of Dexter, Resurrection Season 1 left, he'll likely take out each killer in almost every remaining episode. However, that's going to be one of Dexter's most difficult tasks yet, given he has to evade Wallace and the NYPD, Angel Batista's solo investigation, and Leon Prater and Charlie. Thanks for watching.